Well, let me see how many dogs I have today, and I think it's 6. Well, maybe 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Ah, yes, I have the furry tail, the bushy-tailed bully that belongs to Rado, but that may as well come and live with us anyway, because he stays over our place most of the time. So we finally yesterday got our certificate, our quarantine certificate, which allows one person to go out and do necessary things. Not sure how many service places there will be to do those necessary things soon. Seems like we're in for another couple of weeks, or maybe a month at least, for this quarantine. So here we are again. No matter which way you go to the left, the right, up, down, you always end up talking about the coronavirus. The dogs don't seem to be worried about it. Come on, Porgy. Let's go. Well, I seem to be starting out later and later, which is why the sun is so low when I come on this part of the path. There we are back there. Look at the long shadows. Always looks such an idyllic setting. Here's the bully. Hey! He just started a fight with one of the small dogs. Just narrowly missed a boot up the rear. What are you doing, Basher? Huh? What are you doing? Old Basher's becoming... Look, he's taken over from the warrior. Ah, I wonder how many of you will remember the warrior dog. The old warrior came and he was beaten and bashed. Still had a fight in him. And he came as a sex tourist, hoping and willing to fight for a little quality time with one of our female dogs. And then, just as quietly as he appeared, he disappeared, and we haven't seen him for a long time, which is sad because I got kind of attached to old warrior. He had some scars. Now I don't have to worry about Red because he doesn't have the urge any longer. Him and Porgy are the best of friends because they both had the desire removed, along with some bits of flesh, I suppose. See, look what I mean about it always looking so different. So only the high parts. Ah, look at this. You wouldn't believe it, but all of this grass is what brushes against the truck. See, look, it leans right out. Really needs to come down and burn this back, I guess. But as we come down here in the Raptor and around that bend there, it's inevitable that we brush up against that grass. And then with the dust, and then with little idle fingers of kids, all kinds of designs appear on the side of my truck. Ah, look at that. Beautiful hilltop. Now that hilltop, not quite as severe as that, but that's similar to what Beth's family came to when they were given that piece of property. It didn't have any trees on it at all. And Beth's dad went, he planted everything, he cut everything out by hand, and as I said before, built a small house, enough to live in, so that he could get on with building a bigger house. I think I will go up here today. Porgy! All the dogs think I'm going the other way. Come on, Porgy! Red! Red, come on! Let's go! The whistle's gone out of my whistle. Come on! Porgy! Red! Oh, maybe I'll just give in and go the way that they've gone. Yeah, so he built his little house, Beth's father, that is, and then the bigger one, and the bigger one was what Nan and I was living in when we arrived. No water. They just had the power put on maybe a couple of months prior. The power had been put on. And Beth is always slightly respectful and affectionate of Aquino, who was the president at the time. That if he did nothing else, he did get the power to a lot of people. Huh, it looks like I lost all my dogs. Porgy! Porgy! Well, they're going off on an adventure somewhere. Look at that. And from what Beth tells me, that her father had a secret when he got married, which a lot of Filipinos have this difficulty. It reminds me kind of like the stereotypical American Indian, native Indian, and how, come on, see if I can keep my own, Basha, come on babe, Come on, I still love you. A three-legged basher. Yes, that the Native American Indians were introduced to hard liquor and they didn't handle it well at all. And I think that that is a problem with Filipino men, that they don't handle the booze often. I have a rule myself that I don't go into places, especially here in the Philippines, where biases and prejudice and the slight insanity. Ah, there you are. Too late, I was going to go a different way, you wally. Come on. So they're back. Yes, the booze turns some people in an awkward place. I remember reading one account by a counsellor, a marriage counsellor, and she said that it usually seems that the women have this issue of a partner who can't handle the booze but has a great love of it, and the women were always advised by this counsellor, if you are in a relationship, with a man who is unable to stop drinking, you're in a relationship with two people, not one. Because usually once the alcohol is ingested, then that's it. Sanity can often go out the window. So I make sure that I don't put myself in that place where I can be present as I watch sanity go out the window. We did go with one of our visitors, and we went into a restaurant. We went into Vedesto actually, but it was at that time of the day that a large party had joined up 3 tables, and I'm guessing that there were maybe 10 Filipinos and a lot of alcohol on the table. And as soon as we came in, then began the looks, and there's no there's no reasoning, so you just get yourself out of that situation, and that's what we did. We just left. Well, we came out pretty late today. Look how low the sun is.